Greetings, Israel, my brothers and sisters, adopted, grafted, heirs, joint heirs, scattered, wherever you may be, whoever you may be are, spiritual Israel, whatever, however you refer to yourself. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button over here someplace. Um, I titled this Encouragement for Israel, okay? Um, Hello, Tia, up in Philadelphia. She's got Tia in Philadelphia. You're in Philadelphia now. Wow, great, great. Praise be to the Most High. I forgot. I thought it was going to be a later date in the month, but I'm glad that you all made it. Wow, that's excellent. Yes. So I'm so happy for that. I am so happy to be able to come to Philadelphia. I'm looking forward to it. I told our congregation that I'm going, so I'm going to be blocking out the date. And so I'm really excited about coming to Philadelphia, Tia. So I'm really happy, very excited about coming there. So we're still going to work on that. Well, we're not working on it. It's already been worked on. So it's done. So I'm coming. I'm thinking 2 days may be good. Yeah, 2 days. It needs to be 2 days. A minimum of 2 days. So we'll work on that. I titled this video Encouragement from Israel because I met a few groups this week. It was kind of unique because when I did Friday night live Bible study, there was some people that showed up, and we don't have service on Friday night, but once I did that, I forgot that our website may have listed that, so I'm correcting that. But it was so happy for them to come in, and then I met another group that came on last night. It was so happy to meet them. And then I had some conversations with just other people, meeting them, and people just saying hello. And one of the things that came up was, you know, how do you go in and talk to your pastor? I mean, they went in. I don't like that look. I hope that the glare is not taking me out. But nonetheless, they asked me, they said, listen, I went in, I sit down, I talked to my pastor about the truth and what I'm coming into, family members, and it's like, you know, people are not seeing it. They're not getting it. Well, let me just say this. If your eyes have been opened up, it's because the Almighty opened them up. The Most High did. The scripture says no man can come into the Father. Jesus said, no man can come unto me except the Father sends them to me. They have to be drawn. And let me say this. Whenever you're drawn to the truth, especially some of the things that are out there that we're coming into the truth of, it seems like 2016 was a very big year that the Almighty opened up a lot of people's eyes, especially to the fact that who are the real people of the book. A lot of people's eyes just got completely opened up. And so when that happened, just be encouraged. That's the only thing I can tell you, you know. So this few-minute video was just to encourage you, because I know that when you get excited about it, you get into it, and you're reading, you're studying, and it seems like everybody's not on the same level or page of understanding that you're on. But just hang in there. Just hang in there. Keep the mind tame. Keep the mind sober. Be vigilant in what you're doing. You can't get angry. Just chill out, you know. The other day, I was studying, and I saw something that, you know how these dots connect when you're studying. And one of the other encouragement that I want to give you all to do is continue to read the scriptures. Read, 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 read. Those of you that are able to, I always leave that information for you. Tia says, were you in the hospital? Yes, I was in the hospital. I'm trying to figure out how you just figured that out. I wasn't in the hospital. I had to go and get a test. Oh, yes. Okay, so I'll share that testimony with you. I'll share that testimony with you in a few seconds. Thanks for noticing that. I'll share that testimony with you. So, read. When you read, you think that you've read something, and you'll think that you understand it, but you need to go back and read it, read it, read it, and reread it again. She says Kelly noticed it first. Thank you for being observant. I was reading something the other day, and it was dealing with Joshua, the 4th and 5th chapter. And it was about when the children of Israel came into the promised land. And they came into the I'm encouraging you to read so you can just see how phenomenal it is when you see something the 3rd, 4th, 5th time. I've read that scripture tens of times. In the 4th and 5th chapter in the book of Joshua, the children of Israel were told to circumcise themselves because they were going to be going into the kingdom, going into the promised land. And going into the promised land, it was important for them because they had not been circumcised during the time in the wilderness at all. But what I took notice of was the fact that when they got into the promised land, it was during the month of Passover. So they got into the promised land right during Passover. And I said, wow, I wonder what that means, because everything that happens to Israel, somebody said, we lost you and it will not come back. Oh, I hope I'm back. Am I back, everyone? I hope I'm back. I think I'm back. Let me know if I'm back. Everybody's phones went out. Wow. You know? Back. Okay, good. I'm not trying to say it's a conspiracy. I'm just going to leave that alone. I'm going to leave that alone. And this is why I'm so glad you all hung in there Friday night, because this is just the adversary. That's all. You got to know that you're dealing with this, and you can't get all discombobulated about it. You got to just stay on mission. So thank you all for holding in. So I was saying, I was reading Joshua, the 4th and 5th chapter, and I realized that the children of Israel came into Gilgal, or the promised land, during the time of Passover. Back in Exodus and back in Numbers, before anybody can partake of Passover, they must be circumcised. So I'm saying, wow, circumcision represents the rolling back of the flesh. Okay, it's to say that sin is being rolled back. Notice that you don't circumcise a young boy, a young baby, until the 8th day. Okay. Also recognize that a woman is on her flower, her monthly flower, she's unclean until the 8th day. Okay. Also notice that during the millennium, It's 1,000 years that the Messiah is going to reign. It's also recognized that during the Feast of Tabernacles, you're in a temporary structure until the 8th day. It all brought into a great understanding that on the 8th day is when flesh no longer exists. Those that are in the first and second resurrection, if you have accepted the Messiah, of course, those in the first resurrection are already spirit. But during the great white throne judgment, those whose names are written in the book of life, you become spirit. And it's on the 8th day. And that's when you come into the kingdom. The kingdom is given to the Father. The Son gives a perfect kingdom. And a perfect kingdom cannot be a kingdom of flesh and blood, because flesh and blood cannot inherit that kingdom of the Most High. So it's just wonderful how when I read that, I realized when Jesus said, I would not drink henceforth of the fruit of the vine until I do it with you new in my Father's kingdom. Hello, Soul Food Queen. Hello, I think there was Evelyn. Hello, Evelyn. Hello, Tia. Hello, Kelly. Hello, everybody. So I shared what I was going to share about reading and giving encouragement to Israel. Just read, number one. And don't get disencouraged because people don't understand what you're understanding. And I encourage you to go back and look at the Sabbath messages that I put up. These videos that I do in the car, it's just really encouragement. The true lessons come from when I do the Sabbath message. Follow them, follow the scripture. Get yourself understanding. I didn't go back and look at First Friday Bible Study yet, although I did edit it and put it back online. Go back and look at it. Now, let me share this with you because Kelly and Tia saw this. So, I'm out again. Wow. Wow. So somebody let me know if I'm in or if they see me or not. That way I'll continue. I guess I'm still in. Good. Am I still in, Tia? I think I'm still in. So let me share this with you. Yes, I'm supposed to have taken this out. Soul Food Queen says, I do the Sabbath. Absolutely. Hey, don't forget Soul Food. I don't know if you have a place where you're attending that on the Sabbath, but every Sabbath at 1 p.m., you can tune in live to this channel. I do the Sabbath message. It's live. It's what I'm doing before the congregation, but we put it on live. Tia says, I'm out again. I'm out again. Okay. So YouTube is doing its number, or somebody, or something, the adversary. Let me know if I'm back in. You have a group. Okay, great, great. You have a group that you meet with, or you have a group that, explain that. You have a group. If there's a, okay, good to know. Okay, yeah. So if you have a group and if you are meeting at your home, you said on Zoom. Okay, well, I invite you all, if you're able to tune in at 1 p.m. I really invite you to tune in because I'll do a shout out, and I'm going to write down Soul Food Queen. I'll do a shout out to you. I bring the Sabbath message at 1 o'clock, exactly at 1 p.m. So I do it so that you can, those that don't have a place, you can tune in and watch the lesson, okay? If you want to tune in about 10 minutes before that, 15 minutes before that, we have either a soloist and a saxophonist or a group come up and sing a selection. You know, kind of just, you know, before we don't just come in at 1 o'clock and get right into the lesson. People get there about 12:40, and we kind of do a lesson. I mean, do a couple of songs, and then I go right into it. But I'm always on at 1 o'clock p.m. sharp. But you may see us on a little bit earlier, and that's why, because I tried to give a little of encouragement through music, so to speak. Okay, so that's one thing that I do. So I just wanted to leave that with you all, and to let I will be watching the again, Miss Moxa, what you said. Okay, so am I back on, Tia? Am I back on? Somebody say back on. Somebody say live. We see you something, because I don't know if the reception is bad. It looks like, according to what I see, I have a connection. I think I'm still there. Back on. Okay, good. So Tia and Kelly recognize this. Let me explain this to you. So several months ago, I was with our youth pastor playing racquetball, and I hurt myself. And I kind of picked up about 15 pounds that I didn't need. Nonetheless, I was taking my mother in and out of the doctor, and so there was a heart doctor there, and I asked him, you know, I didn't want to just start back exercising at my age, which I won't say, but I wanted to just kind of maybe get a checkup. Well, they thought that that there was a blockage, and it ended up not being a blockage at all. So I had to get a cardio catheterization, and everything, bottom line, everything's perfect. Everything's fine. So I'm back to exercising, because when you bring the message, I get excited when I bring the message, and I'm probably a little charismatic, and I get excited, and you know, health-wise, you want to be in shape. I just want to be in shape when I'm bringing the message, because it's a lot of wind, it's a lot of movement, and it's for an hour. And so I want to stay in shape. But I got a clean bill of health on what they thought was a concern. It's not a concern, so all is well. So that's what happened. So I can officially take this off, because everything is good. So you all be blessed. Do keep us always in prayer, because I always keep all of you all in prayer, because I know what you're going through. I know what it's like when you're trying to share the truth and you want to stay on par. So from this video, just remember, be encouraged. If you're the only one in your family, are you the only group in your family? And always continue to read. So that's what I want to share with you. Brother Yerushalayim had brought me over. Wow, that's great. So you must have seen the video I did on Brother Yerushalayim. By the way, Soul Food Queen, I do have all of his videos. I have every last one of them. I am going to post them. I'm just doing the intro, but I'm going to post every last one of them on this channel. They all will get posted. When I did happen to, was able to connect with Brother Yerushalayim after prayer, I was able to connect with him. I told him I got all the videos, and I told him that I was going to put them up. So I am going to do that. Okay. Do keep the brother in prayer, though, because I keep him in prayer. It's deeper than what people think, and that's all I can tell you. But I am going to post a video, so that's good. That's the good news. So listen, you all be prayerful. Tia, we definitely got to announce the Philadelphia trip. I think that we should make it big. I think we should make it big. So we're gonna get together. We're gonna work on this. Um, we're gonna definitely work on that. Soulful Queen said, "Is he yet in the faith?" Um, I would say yes. Um, there was nothing in our conversation where he insinuated that he's not in the faith, if that makes sense. Um, he just didn't insinuate that. Sometimes you need to just take care of personal business with family and put those priorities together, and you need to I just want to leave it like that. I want to leave it like that. So people have to understand that without when I came across to him, I again, it's a personal moment that people have to realize that when you're trying to put things in proper perspective, even the word teaching cannot come before family. It can't. Okay. The Bible says, let me just leave it like that. Let me leave it like that. But the brother's good. Okay, he's good. In my opinion, from what I saw, based upon my conversation, he's good. I'll leave it like that. Perhaps we can see him again, but he's good, and that's what's important. I just pray that all of the teachers out there that are teaching the truth, that we don't. I joined his new joint. Okay, I think you said his new channel. Yeah, you joined his new channel. That's great. I think that when it comes to teaching, it's important that we realize that every understanding that I have comes from the Most High. It's not me, it's the Most High. He opens up our eyes. So many people was opening up during that year in 2016. It's phenomenal. So many people's eyes were open. My prayer is that the Almighty can give me that wisdom. Wisdom to me is when you can take what you understand through knowledge and understanding. Wisdom is when you can make other people understand it. You can put it together in such a manner that it just flows, that it becomes so evident among everybody. And so that's what those lessons that he put together did. The Almighty blessed him to do that. And there are a lot of other teachers that are doing the same thing. And just pray that you can take those lessons, learn them, and teach them to others. This is a time that when Israel is wakening up, 2 becomes 4. 4 has to become 8, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 1024, 2048. I'm trying to, it's like one teaches another. These groups, like you're in a group, Soul Food Queen, that you all are meeting on Zoom. Let's take advantage of social media and let's get this message out, because this is what it's time for us to do now, is to get that message out. Speaking of family, I'm going to go pick up my little girl. I hope that you all tune in on this Sabbath at 1:00 p.m. I know you're on Zoom, but if you're not watching or listening to another lesson, I hope you tune in. I would love to have you there. Be blessed and keep us in prayer. Be blessed, everyone. Shalom.